What's going on, everyone? Donovan here with another life page. Wow, this one is really interesting, guys, because I was triggered by it. Kind of helping my son with his life page right now. He's getting ready for his high school prom, senior prom, and we went to the tuck store the other day, and he's getting suited, looking good. Um, but it just kind of reminded me of high school for myself and some opportunities I didn't take advantage of, and one opportunity I did take advantage of. So I want to talk today. This life page is about the high school reunion. Now, when I went to high school, yay, so long ago, um, I was just trying to get through it, to be honest with you guys. The first year, it was cake. It was really easy. I was so happy to be double promoted. That ninth grade pretty much was smooth sailing. It was the last 3 years that were really um, kind of agonizing for me, especially 10th grade and 12th grade, because I thought I wouldn't graduate on time because of some things I did in the 10th grade. But to cut a long story short, 12th grade and the prom was up. And I wasn't really all caught up in all that stuff with the dating scene as far as school, and it was always the boys trying to get the girls, and um, the girls always went for the idiot. I mean the guys, the athletes, the pretty much the I'm not saying all athletes are like this, but a lot of just guys that were pretty much use them. Um, so that's what I dealt with in high school. And prom rolled around. First of all, it was on my birthday, so I really didn't care to go. Uh, and it rolled around the time it did come around. I thought about going. I thought about to the point of even asking um, a girl I liked to go with me. That's another story. But I didn't go. I didn't go. Just plain and simple. I didn't go. And I regret it. I regretted it that I didn't go years later. Uh, because whether I had a date or not, it was my senior prom. It was a celebration of getting out of jail. I mean, getting out of high school, graduating, accomplishing something. And so, hence, 2022, helping my son just get ready for his prom, and it's a joy. It's a joy. So I'm glad he's going to his. Anyway, so regretting I didn't go to mine. An opportunity came up 20 years later. We had a 20-year high school reunion where it was a 3-day event. It was a mixer. It was a mixer one night at the bar. It was a kind of formal dinner dance thing, and then it was a picnic the next day. And I got the invitation. Facebook was being hit up with all this, my message was blowing up just because I was tagged, part of uh, that high school graduating class. So I'm getting all these messages, people who are, didn't know were associated with the class told me about it. So I wanted to go. I wanted to go because I didn't go to prom for one thing, and I wanted to go because I just wanted to go. I didn't want to regret that opportunity. So I went. But here's the things that kind of added up to, accumulated up to that point. Now, I had just gotten married. Yeah, not too long ago from the time of the reunion. So I was looking for, excuses and encouragements to go. So I didn't want to go at first. I gotta tell you this. I didn't want to go at first because I got caught up in what would people think. You know, if I work here, if I'm still on this certain level, I'm not I'm not where I want to be in life. So why would I want to, go and embarrass myself? Um, just all those silly things that you don't make too much money, you're not popular enough, and you don't have much that you've accomplished in life. So that's what I was thinking at first, and then I had to really pray and get over that. And then when I got over that and said I'm going regardless, I said, well, good, my wife can go with me, right? Well, my wife got sick and she couldn't go with me, so I almost weaseled out of it. I almost said, well, she's sick, I ain't going. But something kept bugging me about it to go. So I went. I went to the mixer, which I felt weird about because I haven't been to a bar in a long time. So I went to the bar with the mixer, and kind of dark, kind of dark place. I'm like, man, turn up the lights. But that was fun, just meeting fellow classmates I didn't even know went there, and just how we kind of remembered each other, or familiar with certain teachers and things like that. So that was cool. And then that was kind of the setup of, like, okay, you went here, now it's the formal thing, and my wife couldn't make it. So I was just like, man, I'm going stag. But I still went. And I had a blast because the people I met from the previous night, we were all there, we were at the table, and it was just one of those, it was that time where you see who's coming in the door, like the kind of like, well, I don't want to say wedding or wedding reception, but you know what I mean, when you're looking at the door to see who's coming in. And so you're looking at the door, we're sitting down, we're talking, we're having a good time, and you see who's coming in. You see, oh, I remember her, she was popular back then, or oh, hey, that's that guy, and now look at him, and because we had one guy, there was another shy guy in high school who became very popular. People thought he was weird at first, but he loved to cook, and he took that and went with it and became a chef, a very good chef at that. And so he came, and he walked in like, hey, I'm here. And everybody, we were all recognized him, and kudos to him. But he wasn't one of the popular ones in high school. It wasn't until about 12th grade he started getting some recognition. 12th, 11th grade, anyway, because he started just sharing his talent and what he liked to do, and people caught on to that. So being himself. So we're seeing all who come in. And like I said, the people from the previous night, we're just all at the same table having a ball, laughing and stuff. I think we're kind of like the loudest people there, which is really weird. But we're laughing, we're seeing people come in, and so it kind of gets to a point, we're seeing people come in, then I'm like, I'm gonna just go and mingle. I'm gonna just go and see people. So I see certain people that I remember. I see one of the popular girls, real short girl. And I see her, and at this point, I'm just thinking, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be alive. I'm so glad that God has blessed me with living, with seeing 20 years after high school, and to see all these people, and that's what I came away with it with. I was just grateful for that moment. So I approached her, said, "Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you." And the first thing that comes out of her mouth is not like, "Hey, good to see you," or "Hey, glad to be here." It's like, "I'm fat." And I'm just thinking, there's like this awkward silence. I mean, I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to sugarcoat it. I didn't want to change the subject. I just said hi. I just said it's good to see you, and so after that kind of awkwardness, I just said, well, it's I just wanted to say it's good to see you, and I hope you're doing well, and and have a good rest of the night. And I kind of went on and met other people that I remembered, but man, I just think about that. Now, the third thing was because it's all weekend was picnic. Now, I didn't get a chance to go to the picnic because I had church and some other events, things going on, taking care of the wife. But I didn't go to the picnic, and I kind of regret that. But you can't do everything. But I'm so glad that I did 2 out of 3. Why do I share this? I share this because a couple of things. We can live with so many regrets in life, so many great moments that could have been had, and we chicken out. We don't understand the magnitude of them. Like I explained to my son when we were kind of going through it about prom. He's asked me, why is this important? Why is it important to get my yearbook? Why is it this? Why? And I said, you might not see the importance of it now, but when you look back at it, when it's 20 years, 10 years or so down the line, and you have the memories, you have these other things to help you with those memories. You going to your prom and people signing your yearbook, you signing their yearbook. You have those great memories and not regrets. For me, it was just about getting out of high school because I felt like it was a hell for me the past 3 years, and that's not because of the high school itself. It's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that are going on at home. There's a lot of things, different classmates that did stupid stuff to aggravate me. It was being shy and not really having room in a regular class setting to voice who I was. And there's a lot of things, so I didn't want that ruined, that regret for my son. So I'm glad, he saw that. Me going to the high school reunion, just fighting all the insecurities of what would people think, how much money you make or you have in the bank or your career and things like that. I was just happy to be alive and to see it, and that's the attitude I went into my reunion with. But to see so many people who were so vibrant 20 years ago, so having it together, to see the depression on their face, to see the sadness on their faces because of where they may have feel like they're not. And I understand that, but I didn't want to go into my high school reunion like that. And that's the thing, guys, that moment to moment, day by day, we make mistakes. We have regrets that we, something we wish we would have did, but into our next day, what are we going to do? Are we going to carry that into the next day and not do anything wonderful or great in our lives in the next day? Or are we just going to stay stuck in that regret? I was so fortunate and so glad I had a chance to go to my 20th high school reunion. I just appreciate it so much. And there's so many other things that, even though it wasn't what I wanted to be going into that certain situation, I was blessed to be living, to smell, breathe, to taste the moment, And I hope you realize that when you're going through your life and you may make decisions that are not all that great and you regret later, but you have an opportunity to latch on to something that will make you happy, that will definitely be a strong memory in the future. Take advantage of it, do it, because it's your life, and your memories are going to go with you. They're going to be with you. It's going to be with you that you argued with this person and didn't get resolved and stormed off. It's going to be with you that you had a chance to really love this person before they passed away. It's going to be with you so many incidents, so many things is going to be with you. So why not make it a great time of remembrance instead of regrets? So that's my life page for today, guys. What do you think? Let me know. And as always, if you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Donovan out. Peace.